welcome to Mint. This is Vidhi Chaudhary. Today we're at the Luxury Summit Day 2 and we have with us Mr. Sanjay Dutt, Executive Managing Director, South Asia, Cushman and Wakefield. So to start with, I'd like to start by asking you, we'll start with retail luxury. Retail luxury brands, have been limited to Delhi, Bombay and some other metropolitan zones. And there's a huge scarcity of real estate and they're mostly stuck in hotels or one or two malls which developers are sort of making. So one, how can you expand this and make it bring these larger brands to various other locations, be it in the metropolitans or to other cities, smaller cities?
Sure. Really, the real estate developers who have gone into shopping center developments in last 4 to 5 years, with the exception of few, not too many actually had the necessary experience to create that atmosphere for luxury shopping experience. So as a result, a lot of the shopping centers that have come about in the country are very average, or some of them even not formatted and starter sold actually. And then subsequently the economic crisis of 2009 and the whole diversion of activity caused a lot of concern to real estate developers. So real estate developers started focusing on cash flows and residential development than retail and hospitality, which they really wanted to.
Right.
So that is really one of the reasons. Second, I think luxury retail developments are competing with luxury housing in Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, and other places. And residential developments are giving superior profit and returns to developers. So the dilemma for the developers whether to go for luxury retail or luxury residential. My experience in last 1 year tells me that there are few select developers in these metro cities, definitely Delhi and Mumbai, where you've already experienced luxury retail, whether it's Emporio or indeed Palladium, which was conceived as luxury, although right now is going through an evolution. That they will deliver mixed-use developments where luxury would also be housed.
Sure.
So, and clearly there is a demand from luxury brands in these markets.
Okay, all right. And potentially, once the scarcity of real estate can be overcome and the dilemma that these developers are facing right now, which are the potential markets or cities or zones which could become, sort of benchmark luxury arenas or luxury zones?
So I definitely think, Gurgaon, Delhi, there are some, developments on the master plan which will unlock a lot of land in Delhi, and you will see opportunities of luxury retail developments coming out there.
Right.
Definitely Mumbai and Bangalore. Selectively in markets such as Pune and Chennai, where also we have seen some quality retail developments, and I can talk about one is the Express Avenue in Chennai, and there is, of course, International Convention Center in Pune, built by Panchil. So there are these micro markets in various cities where we see luxury retail coming up.
All right. And, when consumers are looking to buy luxury real estate, housing, apartments in the luxury formats, what exactly are they looking for? What appeals to consumers when they're buying luxury real estate, and what are developers doing to kind of enhance that?
Okay, so traditionally the buyers have always, enjoyed the pin code address, the location. So if you're in the right location, that's luxury to begin with. But increasingly, the younger population wants superior lifestyle and experience to complement the location in the development.
Right.
So the developers are now really moving from location, view, and neighborhood, and occupy profile in residential developments to apartments and villas with state-of-the-art technology, best architects designing it, best amenities being thrown into those developments, whether it's club, bar, gym, and some of the other, spas lately, and overall lifting the, lifestyle, now moving gradually to being branded by celebrities and promoted as, luxury, aspiring people to do that. So I think the developers are moving in that direction.
All right. Also, speaking about this evolution of the luxury housing space, the segment, how has that panned out? It started from like a product, a place, a pin code,
Yeah.
and now it's moved to much more product, design, branding.
Yeah.
So, and where does it go further from this, and how has this evolution spaced out so far?
I think what we've seen is a lot of premium housing success in the recent past, and which has given confidence to the developers that if premium housing can fetch superior returns on residential developments, luxury could actually fetch more, and therefore there's an incentive to differentiate and create that product for select few aspiring and being able to afford. It is our belief that now the experience and service is the next frontier of luxury.
Right.
What this basically means that you are residing in the great location, great complex, in the right company of people, and you have all the amenities, but you know what? That's not enough.
Right.
You want a service which you experience in a luxury hotel delivered to you in your apartment. So whether it's a concierge desk in the lobby, where you just pick up a phone and call that I want this, to the extent such as certain concierge desks from Virtu, for example, which delivers whatever you want overseas, globally.
Right.
So that basically means that if you want to have a private dining with some celebrities in London, they will arrange it for you.
Sure.
So it's the service which I think is going to make a difference. A lot of emphasis is also being put on managing the asset. You see, we have evolved and created right products, but India has a history where they do not maintain the residential developments well enough. So they would spend all the money on the Italian marbles and German fittings and the kitchens and whatnot. But after 5 years or 10 years, the whole experience fades away. And therefore, it does not reflect what originally was the plan. So I think that's the next level of what the consumers who aspire to continue to maintain such standard would demand, and that's what the developers actually will have to deliver.
Moving to, you spoke about valuations in this space have gone up from like, 100% to 400%. Has that been a hindrance at all in the development, in the growth of the sector?
I think when you look at real estate holistically, high land cost has always been a deterrent of development. But the developers had to adapt to these high costs of land and therefore create a differentiation. And that could only mean luxury or premium. And therefore, in a way, that has been a trigger for luxury and premier housing and retail and hospitality rather than a deterrent from that point of view.
All right. My last question to you is, where do you see the luxury real estate market 5 years down the line?
I think currently there are 13,000 residences being built around the country, which are being promoted and built as luxury. I think we're only going to see these numbers double and triple because the ultra HNIs, rich and the affluent are increasingly demanding and the benchmarks are shifting. So in my opinion, even though in percentage terms, given the overall population of this country is maybe very small, but that small percentage is only going to grow both in value and size in major cities, mostly tier 1 cities, but in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, luxury will continue to remain more as a form of villas built passionately and the best architecture and the experience, but in the metro cities probably apartments and lifestyle products.
Right. Great. So we're going to see growth in the luxury real estate market, both in value and in size. And with that, it's a wrap from our side. Keep watching for more videos. Thank you.